Ever feel that dull ache creeping up your lower legs after dinner? Or find yourself gasping for breath on just a single flight of stairs, even though your doctor casually mentions your heart is fine for your age? Here's what most people do. They shrug these warning shots off as just getting older. They keep reaching for the same meats they've trusted since childhood, that skinless chicken breast for lean protein, turkey sandwiches for a light lunch, or weekend bacon because, hey, everything's okay in moderation, right? That belief feels comforting. It's even nostalgic. But I'm about to share something that might completely change how you think about the meat on your plate. New evidence from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Harvard's long-running nurses' health study, and recent FDA recall reports reveals that 4 common meats sitting in refrigerators across America right now, are silently priming your body for heart attacks, cancer, and memory loss. But here's the plot twist. 4 underrated cuts can actually reverse those risks, rebuild muscle, and sharpen your brain cells well into your 70s and beyond. If you're serious about adding strong, pain-free years, not just more years, to your life, stay with me for the next 10 minutes. I promise this information could be the difference between thriving in your golden years and merely surviving them. Before we dive in, I need you to do something right now. Jump into the comments below this video and tell me which meat lands on your plate most often. Are you a chicken person? A beef lover? Or maybe you're already eating some of the healthier options I'm about to reveal. I read every single comment, and your answer helps me create better content for you. And if even one fact in this video surprises you, hit that like button right now. It takes 2 seconds, but it helps this important information reach more people who need it. Now let's start with the nostalgic crunch that's destroying health across America. Firstly, let's talk about fast food fried chicken, what I call the arterial assassin. Picture this, the modern broiler bird, raised by the tens of thousands in climate-controlled barns, dosed with preventive antibiotics, and fattened in just 6 weeks instead of the traditional 12 weeks our grandparents knew. When that timer buzzes at your favorite drive-thru, that chicken drops into commercial fryers filled with soybean oil that's been reheated dozens of times. At 375 degrees Fahrenheit, those oil molecules split into trans fats and acrylamide. I call them tiny chemical bullies because that's exactly what they do to your body. The American Heart Association directly links these compounds to arterial inflammation, stubborn belly fat, and sky-high blood pressure. And here's the kicker. People over 60 already detox more slowly than younger folks. Every single crunchy bite acts like edible sandpaper, literally scraping the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels. A groundbreaking 20-year analysis of 107,000 older adults found that eating fried chicken more than once a week nudged overall death risk up by 13%. Think about that. Each drive-through drumstick is systematically chipping away at the very muscles you need to stay independent as you age. How can you spot early damage? Look for swollen ankles that hold a fingerprint dent when you press them. Notice that heavy food coma feeling that wipes out your afternoon focus. Watch for mysterious purple-brown patches on your skin that heal slower than they used to. These are all red flags that your arteries are stiffening and your microcirculation is literally choking. If you're recognizing any of these symptoms right now, pause this video and leave a comment saying, "I see the signs." Don't worry, you're not alone, and I'm about to give you the solution. The smart swap is simple. Trade the drive-thru for oven-baked or air-fried chicken thighs brushed with avocado oil. You still get that crispy satisfaction, but trans fats crash to nearly zero, sodium stays manageable, and you actually collect heart-protective monounsaturated fats. Dust with smoked paprika and cracked black pepper to trick your taste buds into that deep-fried experience, minus the vascular damage. Secondly, we have deli meats and processed cold cuts, the undercover killers lurking in your lunch bag. If fried chicken is the flashy villain, deli ham and processed cold cuts are the undercover assassins. Those perfectly tidy pink circles look so harmless, don't they? But that cheerful rosy blush comes from sodium nitrite. Here's what happens inside your gut. Nitrite morphs into nitrosamines, compounds that the National Cancer Institute has directly flagged for fueling colorectal tumors. A comprehensive CDC meta-analysis covering 40,000 adults over 60 found that just 4 servings of processed deli meat per week raised heart failure risk by 24%. That's less than 1 serving per day, folks. Add the salt blast, often an entire day's sodium allowance packed into a single 6-inch sub, and you get swollen fingers that can't twist a jar lid, broken sleep from those midnight bathroom trips, and a blood pressure cuff screaming, Stage 2 hypertension, even if you're faithful to your medications. You'll know this is affecting you when rings suddenly feel tight, when you're waking up multiple times at night to urinate, and when blood pressure readings keep climbing despite medication. The smart swap here is to replace that convenience stack with home-roasted turkey breast or grass-fed roast beef, sliced thin, at home. Sunday roasting takes just 20 minutes of prep time, slashes preservatives to absolute zero, and can cut sodium by up to 70%. Store portions in freezer bags so your weekday lunches stay grab-and-go convenient. Suddenly, that midday energy slump lifts, your rings slide on easily again, and your physician might actually discuss trimming a pill rather than adding another one. If you're already making this swap or planning to try it, type Roasting Sunday in the comments. I love seeing people take action on this information. Thirdly, let's discuss well-done grilled meats, the memory thieves. Grill lovers, this one's going to hurt. Those perfectly char-marked steaks and well-done backyard burgers carry a darker secret than most people realize. When fat drips onto those 650-degree Fahrenheit coals, it vaporizes and clings back to the meat as heterocyclic amines and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. These tongue-twisting chemicals don't just stay in your digestive system. They cross the blood-brain barrier and systematically hammer your memory centers. A 2025 follow-up study from a Chicago Health and Aging Project showed that older adults who consistently favored well-done meat scored dramatically lower on memory recall tests compared to those who stuck to medium-rare preparations. Here's where it gets worse. Brush on that sugary barbecue glaze, and you're adding an insulin-spiking blast that feeds belly fat and cognitive decline in one swipe of the basting brush. Watch for these early cognitive warning signs: walking into a room and completely forgetting why you went there, losing track of your grocery list mid-aisle, or feeling mentally glazed over after grill nights. If any of these memory issues sound familiar, don't panic. Comment below with brain fog and know that you're taking the first step toward fixing this. Knowledge is power, and you're about to get the solution. The smart swap is to keep that beloved summer grilling tradition, but switch to grass-fed burgers cooked to medium rare. Flip every 60 seconds to minimize harmful charring, and here's a game changer. Marinate in rosemary and fresh lemon juice. The antioxidants in this simple marinade knock down those DNA-damaging compounds by up to 70%. You'll still hear that satisfying sizzle and get that outdoor cooking experience, but your neurons can finally breathe easy. Fourthly, we need to address bacon and breakfast sausage, the morning saboteurs. Let's talk about the breakfast superstar flooding social media feeds everywhere: bacon and supermarket breakfast sausage. The FDA issued multiple recalls throughout 2024 after tests revealed listeria contamination in several artisan brands. But honestly, that's not even the biggest threat. The real danger lingers in even the cleanest packages: nitrates that transform under pan-frying heat into artery-scarring nitrosamines. Harvard's latest update of their 30-year physicians' health study puts processed pork at the very top of the cardiovascular risk chart, ranking even higher than sugary drinks and desserts for heart attack risk. Don't be fooled by those nitrate-free labels either. Most brands simply swap synthetic nitrite for celery powder nitrite, which behaves identically under cooking heat. It's pure marketing theater. You'll know regular bacon consumption is affecting you when shoes feel tight by noon, when your pulse jumps noticeably after just 2 flights of stairs, and when fasting glucose levels rise even after cutting carbs. The compromise solution, because I know many of you aren't ready to abandon that morning sizzle completely, is this: keep it to once a week maximum. Choose center-cut bacon. Bake it at 325 degrees Fahrenheit on a wire rack to drain excess fat, and pair it with sautéed spinach. The fiber actually binds some of those harmful compounds and blunts post-meal blood pressure spikes. Or try spice rub turkey bacon cooked low and slow. You get the same satisfying breakfast ritual, but it's far gentler on your cardiovascular system. If you're a daily bacon eater watching this, I challenge you to cut back to once a week for the next month. Comment "Bacon Challenge accepted" if you're willing to try it. Let's support each other in making healthier choices. Now, before you feel completely pinned down by bad news, here come the heroes that can actually heal and reverse damage. Firstly, let's talk about pasture-raised lamb, the omega-3 underdog. Most people overlook lamb, but pasture-raised varieties are omega-3 powerhouses. Conventional grain finishing slashes healthy fats, but 100% grass-fed lamb from U.S. ranches carries more anti-inflammatory alpha-linolenic acid and conjugated linoleic acid than most beef cuts. In a Colorado State University pilot study, adults over 60 replaced just 2 poultry meals per week with lamb. Within 8 weeks, their joint pain scores dropped 22% and their 6-minute walking distance jumped 14%. Slow roast a shoulder with garlic and fresh thyme for Sunday supper, then layer those leftovers into whole grain pitas throughout the week. Your knees will literally thank you. Secondly, we have free-range duck, the brain booster. Craving that rich, satisfying poultry experience? Free-range duck delivers incredible flavor plus brain-boosting nutrients that chickens simply can't match. Duck's naturally dark meat brims with heme iron, zinc, and monounsaturated fats that mirror olive oil's heart-healthy profile. A small but fascinating Stanford study found that retirees who added duck twice weekly for 6 months posted nearly 20% better verbal recall scores on cognitive tests. Here's a pro tip. Render that fat gently, collect it in a jar, and use it to roast potatoes. You'll get restaurant-quality crispiness that puts standard fries to shame, minus the inflammatory vegetable oil bath. Thirdly, consider sardines with bones, the calcium champions. Need stronger bones and calmer triglycerides? Sardines with bones and skin punch way above their tiny size class. Because they sit low on the ocean food chain, mercury levels barely register, while those edible bones supply microcrystalline calcium and vitamin D exactly where aging bones need them most. A University of California 12-week trial showed that just 2 cans per week cut triglycerides by 30% and measurably lifted bone density scores. The preparation couldn't be simpler. Pop the can, squeeze fresh lemon juice, sprinkle chopped parsley, and mash onto sprouted grain toast. 3 minutes total, 0 actual cooking required, all nutritional upside. If you've never tried sardines or you're scared of them, comment "Sardine Skeptic" below. I'll share my favorite beginner-friendly recipes that make them actually taste amazing. Fourthly, we have grass-fed beef liver, the ultimate nutrient king. This is the absolute nutrient champion, grass-fed beef liver. Gram for gram, liver completely destroys any multivitamin on the market. We're talking vitamin A for night vision, B12 for nerve repair, readily absorbing iron for fatigue, and CoQ10 to literally recharge tired cellular batteries. In a 2023 University of Texas pilot study, older adults eating just 3 ounces twice weekly reported 40% higher energy levels and noticeably sharper memory for passwords and names. Nervous about the flavor? Soak thin slices in milk or lemon water for 30 minutes, then sear quickly with caramelized onions. Or blend frozen liver cubes directly into your next pot of chili. You won't taste it, but you'll feel the energy difference within days. Think of liver as nature's own rechargeable battery pack. No prescription required, no side effects, just pure cellular fuel. Now you know both the saboteurs and the saviors, but knowledge only creates change when you actually act on it. Here's your simple 3-step transformation plan. Step 1 is the 1-week audit. Snap a phone picture of every single meal for 7 days. Circle every instance of fried chicken, deli meats, charred burgers, and bacon. Research shows that visibility alone trims harmful intake by roughly 25%. No willpower required, just awareness. Step 2 is strategic swaps, not starvation. For each red flag meal you identify, plan a specific replacement. air-fried thighs instead of drive-through fried chicken, home-roasted turkey instead of deli ham, medium-rare grass-fed burgers instead of charblack steaks, center-cut bacon once weekly instead of daily strips. Then rotate lamb, duck, sardines, or liver 3 times during those 7 days. Season generously with herbs, citrus, and low-sugar rubs so these healthy choices taste absolutely crave-worthy. Step 3 is tracking your real-world wins. After 1 full week, revisit those phone pictures and jot down what you notice. Sneakers slipping on easier in the morning. Porch steps feeling lighter under your feet. That afternoon brain fog lifting and staying clear. Better sleep quality and fewer midnight bathroom trips. These tangible improvements beat any calorie counting app because they represent your actual life getting measurably better. You have the complete roadmap now. Time to steer that grocery cart in a new direction. Which meat swap feels most doable for you this week? I want to hear from you. Comment below with "I'm in" and share your first plan change. Every single comment helps the algorithm serve this potentially life-saving information to someone else who needs it. Your engagement literally saves lives by spreading this message. If you learned even one surprising fact today, smash that like button right now. And here's what I really want you to do. Send this video to that family member who insists turkey bacon is basically a health food. They need to see this information, and sharing it shows you care about their health. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Next week, we're diving deep into 3 everyday spices that U.S. researchers have proven can actually erase grilling toxins from your system. You won't want to miss that episode. Before you go, I want to see some action in the comments. Tell me which dangerous meat you're cutting back on first. Tell me which healing hero you're excited to try. Share your biggest aha moment from this video. I read every comment, and your feedback helps me create better content that serves you. This is Inspired Living, where we don't just talk about health, we take action to transform our lives. Stay curious, stay powerful, and keep consciously feeding the vibrant life you want to live. I'll see you next week with more science-backed strategies to help you thrive at any age.